Hey guys, can you hear me? How you doing? All right. Let me get started here. So today I'm going to be doing some hold up. Let me close this. Hey Todd Chambers, thank you man. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate that, dude. Alright guys, what I'm going to be doing today is making some 3D buildings because I'm working on episode 12 of Interface. I have been working on the 4th commission for Adult Swim, and it'll be coming out, I guess, in a couple weeks or something like that. And that's what I've been working on. And but now I'm back to what I usually do, which is my own stuff. And I have to just adjust my restream chat here because it's giving me notifications. Notifications. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, Joe Bob, I love those new emotes on the Discord. Thank you. If it was you who made those. Hold up here, I'm getting lost. So you may be noticing that, hey, Charles Lemaine, thank you, man. Appreciate that, dude. You may be noticing that my little mischief animation is actually working properly today. And that is because someone on the Adobe forums pointed out that you can use this program called New Tech NDI Tools. So I don't know if you guys do streaming with like Character Animator, but you should check that out because it's working flawlessly now. Like, look at him. He's not glitching all over the place. This is just like it used to be. So that's pretty cool, man. Adobe. Hey, dude. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. So these are some of the buildings I'm going to be doing in 3D. And I'll kind of give you an idea of how I do my models now, because I've kind of made a method to it. And I'm not using Google Images. I'm using Yandex. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Yandex, but I've been using it more recently because it's like 1,000 times better than Google. Like if I go to Google and I type in Montreal buildings. You get like stuff, and then you can click on it, but then there's no like download button, you know what I mean? I'm just using them for reference images. But with Yandex, you click on something like, look, you got all the different sizes here you can download. It's awesome. So I've been using Yandex. So, and also I find that there's like less stock photos and Pinterest photos. Like if I type in hand model, from side or something like that. I don't know, I just find the results are better. Oops. Like, look at these results compared to these results. This is like an actual hand model. I don't know what it is. Anyways, Yandex is fucking better than Google, it seems, so. Let's go back to here. Hey, Chill of Soup, thank you, man, for the 1,000 CLP. I'm not quite sure what that is, but thanks, dude. You are my soup, son. Okay, so I'm going to start doing some buildings here now. I'm going to figure out which one to do first. I could do this ball, you know. That might be more difficult, though, so I'm just going to try something easy first. There's this building, which is pretty simple looking. Yeah, exactly. You have to like type mine as Pinterest, because like you click on Pinterest and it'll ask you to like log in and stuff. So this is a pretty simple looking building here. It just got like rectangular windows, so I'm gonna just try going for that for now. Yeah, so let's just say this is like 6 feet. That's not right. Hold on, guys. 6 feet. Feet. Okay. Why don't you just make the full Montreal city so you don't need to model anything afterwards? Random talking guy. I mean, I might as well, because, you know, I end up doing everything in Montreal here, but I could just like find a model of Montreal too, but the thing is, like, someone else made it and it's copywritten, but also even if I did find a model and I was happy with it, it wouldn't work with my animation style, because it has to be modeled in a certain way so that when it renders it kind of looks like a drawing. Use Blender 2.79. It's way better than SketchUp. The thing is that the stuff that I'm doing is pretty simple, the modeling, and I'm sure Blender is a lot better. It's just every time I try using Blender, it takes me 10 times as long to get what I need to be done. So anything more complicated than buildings, I basically have to hire someone, you know. Let me just pull up my reference here for a second. Hey Pink Tooth, thanks man. Cheers and respect. Any upcoming music on Bandcamp soon? There's Interface Season 1 or whatever, which is the first 12 episodes, will be coming onto Bandcamp, and also in physical forms like vinyl and CD. In, I don't know, 3 or 4 months maybe. I still have to get it all mastered properly. Otherwise, there's no new music coming onto Bandcamp that you haven't really heard before, because just been working 100% on the interface music and that sort of thing. So there might be some new stuff coming up, but not right now. Okay. Hey, Joe Petro, you're an architect, eh? That's cool, man. I hope you don't cringe too much when you watch what I do, because I'm not an architect. I'm just like, that looks cool, and that's about it. So, all right, let's see here. I have to do a few different things when I do these buildings, so I'm not even using really real measurements. I'm just kind of, because I just scaled up afterwards. But this is going to be like one panel of window, and I'll just duplicate it like a million times to create this building. And it looks like the black window there is like almost the full thing, so that might be too thick of a frame. Let's see what else there. Looks like little edges. And the window is bigger than the panel that separates the windows, so this part should be cut down a bit. Just like that, I guess. I did a crazy model the other day, but I can't show you guys it yet because it's for the Adult Swim one, and once that comes out I'll show you the model that I made because I'm pretty happy about it. It's probably the most complicated one I made so far. Hey Umami, you said you can't use pre-made buildings because they wouldn't work with your style, but could you redo the textures more easily than making the building yourself? Yep, maybe, you know, possibly. Thing is, I don't really use textures, I just use solid colors because it's like when I'm drawing. So, it's... I can't say for sure if that method would work better for me. Hey Toby, hey, thanks man for that, I really appreciate that. Can't wait for the next interface episode. Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now, so I'm hoping to have it out for you guys relatively soon. I'm not going to rush it, okay? I want to make it good because it's the 12th one, right? And it's going to kind of end season 1, okay? It's kind of like a season finale, I guess. So it's going to take a little bit longer than usual, but you'll have bonus videos to keep you entertained until this comes out, okay? And I got a couple bonus videos in mind. So another thing I do is, yeah, thanks Toby. So I got these colors here, and I'm just kind of like, the things that I want to stay pure black is black, like that, right? And then the window, I don't want it to be full black because I might decide to put some lighting on it later. The actual building itself is light gray. But I think the scene is going to be... sorry, there's a darker gray right there. The scene is going to be not during the daytime, it's at nighttime, so I use the kind of gray lighting. And so the building is going to stand out against the red sky. Let's see here. So these are the colors that I use generally when I animate, and Valky Hatusa. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I thank you Thank you, man, for that. I don't know what that says. I don't speak Russian, so let's see if I can translate it real quick. I love your series. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Okay, so here's what I got. I got this panel of a building, and it's like pretty basic stuff, so I'm just gonna highlight this all and just make it a component, call it window building 1, or just window panel 1, whatever. I should probably save this too somewhere. Hold on here, let me just, I don't want you guys seeing my documents. So I'm going to save this under Umami interface. Okay. Interface season. Oops. Okay. Interface season. Episode 12. Okay. So this building's going to come together quicker than you think. So that's... I made a component, so now if I make changes to that, it will... And I duplicate it, it will make changes to all of them. Just undo that for a second there. Get rid of this. I'm not Russian. I don't know why I made those references, but that painting, Ivan the Terrible, is a Russian painting, so that kind of is why I made it like a Russian Burger King. So if I were to count these windows, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18 windows. Okay, so there's 18 windows in that building there. So that's, oops. Okay. So just 4 more of these. I think. No, wait, hold on. Okay, so that's 16, so just 2 more. And gotta rotate these. No, that should be a way for me to make, there we go. One more. Okay, so that's like 1 floor of this building's like a big kind of like cross, kind of, it's like an X if you look at it from the top, and on the top there's a like a lighthouse sort of thing, like a spinning light. Hey Joe Petro, love your work, keep it up, man. Also, you seem to be better with SketchUp than some people I work with who do not know how to group in components work. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I feel like the reason why I like SketchUp is because it's so simple to do things, and once you learn how to do the components, it really, you can really make things really quickly. Like I can't tell you what it is. I don't want to tell you because I'll ruin the next Adult Swim video, but like I made this like building, the interior of it, like within a whole day, and it was very quickly done. Anyway, so here's my. I'm going to group this section and just call it, I don't have to call it anything, but it's a floor. Okay, so I got to count these buildings. I don't know how many floors are on this particular, it's Placeville, Missouri. Maybe I can just look it up. 18 floors. So it's got 18 windows and it's got 18 floors. Like 18 windows per side, it seems. So I wonder if that's intentional. Hey, if you guys have specific questions, you should tag my name in the chat so I can see it, because sometimes the chat moves so quickly and I don't notice it. But yeah, because now everything's highlighted for me when I yeah. Okay, so that's four floors there. I mean, I could do this in Blender, but I feel like it would take more steps, and it wouldn't really save any time or anything. So I'm not counting here. What did I do there? Okay, so that's 8. Okay, so that's 8. 16. I think it wasn't quite on the corner there. Like undo that. Thing with SketchUp though is sometimes it looks like it's lined properly, but it's not. So let me just use this. There we go. I think that's it. Okay, so that's. You know what? This doesn't look right. Like this building doesn't look like it's tall enough. Let me just look at the reference again. Chat isn't on stream screen. Okay, hold on. Oh shit, you're right. Oh, okay, hold on, guys. I don't know why. Maybe I have to refresh the cache. Oh, Jesus. Okay, hold on. Just give me a few seconds here. I'm gonna restream chat. Oh, actually, I don't need to do that. I can just... Settings. There's like, when I start streaming, there's like 20 different things I have to check to make sure they're all still working. So I always miss one thing. Embed, like, why would this number, like the token, whatever, why would it expire? You know what I mean? But it does. Okay, so if I just paste this in here. Doesn't seem to be working. Give me a few seconds here. I might just do away with the embedded chat altogether, because it used to be that YouTube would not have the chat after you streamed on the side, and that there was a reason why I had it embedded in the video, but now both on Twitch and YouTube, you have the chat on the side now, so there's no real reason to have it embedded right into the video. I can't figure it out right now. It's not. I can't figure it out. Hey guys, don't worry about it. You can still see the chat. It's just the problem is that it combines YouTube and Twitch's chats together, so that's kind of why I do that. Let me just try this one more time. Seems to be bugged out. How long does it take you to make an episode? If I were to work on it every single day for like 8 hours a day, I could probably get an episode done in a month. But like when I was doing, oops, shit. The first couple episodes didn't take me a month to make. But each time I made a new episode, I would put a little bit more effort into it. And then it got to a point where, you know, this doesn't look, this looks like a lot more floors than 18. Just count here. 1, 2, 3. It looks like there's one down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, you know what? There's more. There's like 30 floors. I don't know why I thought there was 18. It didn't sound right to me when I first read it. so I'm gonna just ignore whatever it is. Because the thing is, when I make this animation, you're not even gonna see the whole building anyway. So there's no point in me fussing about how many floors there are. It just has to look right, and then once it's... yeah. Okay, so there's that, and how many seasons will Interface have? Any estimate? For now, I think there might just be 2. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, because I want to finish up the storyline, but I won't be able to do it in 12 episodes. Probably 24 episodes, I think. And then that will be possibly... but then I might change my mind in the future. It's hard to say, really. So if I look at the reference image again, it's got this like top portion where there's no windows. So I'm going to have to try and do something like that here. I'd say, what, like 20 feet up maybe? Probably higher than that, 24. Okay. And then it looks like I should probably put some sort of black outline. Charles Lemaine. You should listen to Écoute Chérie by Vendredi sur Mer. It slaps and reminded me of your playlist. Hey Charles, man. Well, first of all, thank you for the super chat, and then thank you for the recommendation. And I will check that out after the stream, perhaps. And Andy Warhol eating. Your style reminds me of the surrealist art I make. Your inspiration to me. Good luck. Hey, Andy Warhol eating. Thank you, man. And if you got any artwork and stuff, you want to share it, send me a link on Twitter or something, or post it on Discord and tag me, because I'd like to check it out, you know. Because there's a lot of people who are also creative that have been following my videos, so it's kind of cool to watch what other people are making. And thank you again. What do we got here? Okay, so we got this top portion here. This is going to be a different component. Call this one wall panel. Okay. I can change the width of all these windows after the fact if they're not thick enough or whatever, because they're components. So, which means that if I change one of them, it will change all of the copies of them. Except for some reason, I think I fucked up, because for some reason when I click on it, it's not selecting the whole thing. So let me just redo this again. I think, did I do that? Let's just try this again here. Unselect that. Make component. Okay, there. That's gonna work for sure. Adding extra vertices so you can texture by changing the color of an entire face is going to significantly increase your render time versus proper texturing. But if you don't plan to render a lengthy animation with lots of frames, it's less relevant. Using geometry efficiently is vastly more important for animation in games than it is for a still photo render 2 to 2. Hey, Wacom Saxon, thank you, man, for the advice. I appreciate that. The thing is, though, with these buildings, I see what you're saying there. That is actually, that makes a lot of sense. But I render everything at like 640 by 480 pixels, so without anti-aliasing on or anything, and so usually it's not too much of a big deal. And I don't, the scenes themselves are very minimal, I guess I should say. So I haven't run into many major issues yet, but you know, I'll keep that advice for when I make more complicated things. I'm not really a 3D artist, so let's just see. Let's select this all and just delete select. Okay. Okay, almost done here. Noble. Have you ever listened to the Loveless album by My Bloody Valentine? That album reminds me of your Interface series. You know what? I haven't really listened to much of their stuff, so I can't say. Sorry, man. But maybe I'll check it out afterwards. And Glitter. What software do you compose on? I'm using Logic for all my music, that's for sure. And that's basically it, Logic, you know. Oh shit, looks like something's sticking out there. Okay, so that's not attached properly. I have to fix that. Maybe I can just select them. Hey, let's read what's going on, man. Okay, I'll just move this in here. There we go. I think that's it. I think it's okay. If it's not perfect, it's not a big deal. It's like, it's not like I'm running a video game here. I'm just making an animation, so... Oh, look at these windows. They're fucking... How did that happen, you know? Okay. Just select these two and just... Come back here. There we go. So, my computer is like lagging with this like pretty basic building. It's probably something, what were you saying up earlier? About the vertices, I guess. There's probably too many of them, but it's okay. Let's just group these for now and save it. Because really, this shouldn't have that many different 3D elements to it. It's just a friggin' rectangle, so texturing it would have been a lot more easier, I guess, on the computer. The problem I have is that I guess I could just like draw a texture, you know, in Photoshop, and then apply it to a rectangle shape, and that would make it a lot easier on the computer. Because this is ridiculous. But maybe what I'll do is I'll make a texture of this because it's already made, right? And then, but I'll do that some other day. I'll do that not on the stream because I'll have to figure it out, and it's going to take me some time. The next building after this should be a little bit more less hold on here a second. Because the thing is, it's actually not too stressful on the computer. It's just that I'm streaming at the same time, and it's like encoding H.264 while I'm doing all this. So usually I don't stream and do 3D stuff, but. Todd Chambers, would you consider adding Patreon tiers above rare? I've thought about it. The thing is that I don't really know what I can offer that won't take up too much of my time, because like the animations take up a lot of time, and then even the print rewards occupy a lot of time for me, because I have to go out and make sure that they, you know, write down the addresses in on all of them. I get about 40 of them a month. So if you guys can think of anything that would be like worthy of a higher tier than $20 that isn't a portrait, because that also takes a crazy amount of time. That's why I've sold them out for temporarily. This doesn't really look like place filmery, but I might stretch it later. Are you hyped for Salad Fingers 11? Yeah, I saw that he made a trailer for that, so I haven't seen the trailer yet, but it looks like he's making a new one. Someone, hey, thanks, man, for the 10 euros. What gave you the courage to go ahead and actually put all this time into this amazing series? I'm taken back by how unique and out there stuff is, while not being a pretentious piece of shit. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I mean, I've just made the first episode, and I thought, hey, like I've explained in previous streams that it was a comic I made, and I decided to turn it into an episode and kind of build off of that. My friend kind of encouraged me to continue animating, because I hadn't, like, before I started the channel, I was doing documentaries and stuff, and I didn't really do any animation. And I used to do animation when I was a kid, so I don't really have a good answer for you, sorry man. It's just that I just decided to start doing it, and I thought I could, you know, use some of my script writing skills, which I've learned in university. I took screenwriting and film production, but take it one step at a time in an episodic kind of way, because I find writing a whole script at once to be really daunting task. I don't know if daunting is the right word, but I can never seem to. Shit, hold on. I can never seem to get a whole script done at once. So if I take it like one step at a time, it doesn't seem so big of a project. Especially when it comes to animation. I don't know if that's gonna connect with this one. Yeah, I didn't think so. Where can we find the OG comic? I can show you a link. I'll post it up right now on the screen. It's a Patreon reward, but I mean, it's like one of the first ones I posted, so it's been a long time. I've been sharing it on the streams too, so I'll show you it. It's right here. I show this almost like every other stream because you guys always ask me about it. But 2009, I have a cover for this too, and it was called Interface. I don't know why, really. I didn't have any of the stuff planned when I was writing this. I just came up with it, so it's there's mischief here, like an early version of him and an early version of Henrik, who somehow misses, like, I stopped drawing his mustache halfway through the comic, as you can see. And that's it, that's all I had. And then so I started going off of that, and that's it, I can say. I was influenced from the Watchmen series, though, at the time, because you can see by the 9-panel kind of setup. Although it's not 9 panels, it's 8. I combined these two. Okay. Let me just redo the building here, because, not the building, but the... It looks like okay, never mind. Sometimes it looks like you screwed up, but I didn't. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, you're absolutely right about the amount of vertices, I guess. Because this is too much. I thought it would handle it because I did something quite similar before, but maybe with the streaming and everything. Let's just redraw this. There we go. Pull it up. Probably make it black, pure black. Oops. First of all, I'll make this a component, just call it ceiling. Building roof or something. Okay, and select it all. I'm not going to make it black yet. Mr. Umami, can you please say invisible lead soup? Oh, some of you guys are asking me about that soup video. Wait, did you watch the Vice movie starring Christian Bale? I haven't seen it. Is it a Vice movie? Is it new or something? Oops. Okay, what I'm going to do is put a little lip on the top of the building so people can, like, get to. Oops. Monkey Juan, love your content and keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Monkey Juan. I appreciate that, man, very much. So, thanks, dude. Okay, so there's my building. And when I put this into Cinema 4D, hopefully it doesn't explode. I'm going to just call this building 1. It's Placeville Marie. Actually, I might as well just call it by the name. And I wonder if I should, like, stretch it. I would just select the whole thing here. But and Todd Chambers, I have a riddle I would love to see you take a crack at. If all things were equal, what would Umami choose to act on? First of all, thanks Todd Chambers for the super chat. And if all things were equal, what would Umami choose to act on? All I can think of is something like a balancing beam or something. I don't know really, like I would act on something, you know? I don't really know what to say, because everything was equal, it'd be like balanced out, I guess. I have no idea, man. It's hard. It's tough. You're giving me a brain teaser while I'm 3D modeling while streaming a chat. I got like, my brain can only handle one thing usually, and now I got 3 things. I'll think about it though, man. Todd Chamberson, thank you for that. Okay, where's my scale button? I forget where it is. Here? That's okay. That looks a little bit more correct, just from the reference photos. So, excuse me. That's probably gross for you guys to hear with my mic. Okay, save this as, for Christ's sake. Should put this in the side panel, interface episode 12, okay. Placeville Marie. There we go. Very simple 3D building. That's occupying a lot of CPU because of the amount of lines in there. So maybe I'll try doing a more simple one after this. Close that up. Charles Lemaine. My French is all right. I try to speak it when I go out in public to, like, you know, get my prescription, stuff like that, or go to restaurants. I almost always speak French in the restaurants here because generally I find that most people speak French in Montreal. It's not perfect though. Like, I wouldn't be able to have deep conversations in French, that's for sure. And thank you for the super chat, man. Hey Glitter, thanks man for the comment there. You know what, you guys? I have to make a bonus video for you because we're almost at 100,000 subscribers. You know that? So maybe I'll do something fun right now. I'll just like start working on something like that. I was thinking of doing the 100,000 in like 3D and then figuring out kind of like going from there, I guess. I know with SketchUp you can add 3D text, so I'm going to try doing that. I just forget how to do it. Okay. You think I should put the commas in like this? Oh wait, that's not how you do it. It'd be like this, 100,000. Probably just leave it without it, because 100,000. Yeah. Thank you guys for all the subscriptions. I mean, it's crazy. I didn't think I'd be getting 100,000 subscribers in like, you know, so quickly. And yeah. So I'm gonna have a bonus video, guys, for you guys when we hit that 100,000 subscribers. This bonus video will come out, which I have just started right now. How do you achieve the noise effect? Extract space. Are you talking about like the noise on the video or the noise in the sound extract space? I need to look at my fonts too, or fonts or whatever to call it. Some people call them fonts. Because extract space. Oh, in the animations. Well, so there's basically a layer on top of everything that is just noise. So I took a Photoshop animation and I just dropped like dots here and there every couple frames. Some of them are black, some of them are white. And the animation itself of the noise is like 30 seconds, whatever, and I just put it on top of everything at the very top in Premiere. So when you play it back, there's kind of like this noise that goes throughout, and it's like digital noise. Does that make any sense? Nexpo did a video. It looks like it doesn't loop. Yeah, because what I did was extract spaces. I made about 30 seconds, and then what I did was I copied it, and then I made 30 seconds where it was upside down, and I copied that, and I made 30 seconds where it played in reverse. So basically, it's much longer than 30 seconds. It's like 2 minutes, and so the chances of you seeing a duplicate like pixel in the same spot is very low. But I mean, it does loop, you know. Selma E. Mansour, thank you very much for that. Who voices your characters? I voice Mischief and Hans, the German guy in the Barry videos, and everyone else I've been hiring voice actors for. So if you don't recognize a voice, like in the Soup video, for instance, I hired a guy named Paul Cuthert, I think. Cuthert? It's in the description. There's a link to his website. He does all sorts of different voices. He does like, well, he did Liam Neeson for the Soup voice. Let's see, which would look good here. And that's a nice looking number. Classical looking. Koken? I think that's what I used for the Umami logo, so that would make sense too. Let's see here. Let's make it bold. Oops. Why did you decide to make Hans German? I don't know. I just, like, when I drew him, I thought that he looked kind of German. So, I don't really know. There's no reason behind it. I try to make all my characters kind of unique, and so some of them are like Japanese, some of them are German, some of them are American. Henrik is kind of like a mixed, I guess he would be Polish, I guess. No worries, 52. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to be streaming for a couple hours, I think. I don't really do streams that often. I want to do them more often. Just recently I've been busy with the Adult Swim stuff, so but now that that's finished, I have some free time again. I'm just basically doing some really quick kerning, which is placing the fonts either closer or further apart, which makes a big difference, I guess, in terms of how things look. Okay, if there's a way I can somehow... I knew that was happening. It was going to happen. I can't, like, I don't know how to, like, get it to go up without it. Let's see here. because I can't find like a flat surface. Maybe if I try it on the 1 here. Okay, that looks alright. Okay, so that's like a pretty basic 3D model there, and I didn't really have to do any modeling. I just typed it in. Let's save this too. Save this as hold on here. Oh, you know what? I'll show you guys the soup video, what I did in 3D for that too. Hey Glitter, have you ever considered working on video games? I've considered it. It's not just, I don't have any skills in that area, so I haven't really done it. Eugene, hold on here. Eugene Cephas? What led up to Adult Swim contacting you? They just emailed me out of the blue, so I don't really know where they found my stuff, but I'm assuming someone was posting it on Reddit and they browsed Reddit for weird stuff and they found it that way. That's all I can say. And Hellish Panda, thank you, man, for the super chat. Love your work and music with it. Stay safe and happy. You too, man. I appreciate that a lot. And clearly Imba, thank you as well for the 100,000 hype. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for this 100,000. Okay, let me show you guys what I did earlier. This was from the soup video. If you were to guess what kind of salad finger has, what do you think? I think he has like romaine lettuce fingers, doesn't he? That would make the most sense to me. Romaine lettuce. That's what they look. Okay, so this is what I did in SketchUp, and it's a pretty basic 3D model. And the ceiling panels are components, I believe. So that if it, you know. And this drawing I did in Photoshop, and I imported it as a texture. So I might have to do this with my 3D buildings because like that last building I just made was occupying a lot of resources. Actually, I definitely think I should be doing that. That seems like a way better solution than doing it all with vertices and stuff. So so as you can see here, for some reason, I don't know why, but I have to put the PNG file just in front of the 3D model because if it's like attached to it, it won't render properly. Like it gets all fucked up and stuff. So I don't really, someone who with more 3D experience would probably be able to do that properly. But basically, if it's close enough, you're not going to be able to tell the difference anyway. So that's how I do that. And there's an exit sign here that's done in 3D. Yeah, Adult Swim is apparently I can't say who. I don't have any. I can't say who it is, but there's some pretty obscure. I wouldn't say obscure YouTubers that are getting commissions on Adult Swim now, and I'm really excited for them. And I'm also excited to see what they make because it seems like Adult Swim is really going out of their way to find these guys and girls and whatever, and getting them to do these weird commissions, you know. So in this room here is also just, oh shit, as you can see, it's like Sorry, it's like the it's like a really crappy lunchroom for executives, but it doesn't really matter. So there's that. And so the camera move was like, the camera move actually took me a lot of work, because yeah, it looks simple, but like to make it look nice and aesthetically pleasing, it took a lot of time. I think I spent the whole day on just the camera move. Okay, so there's that room. And then there's also let's see if it will load. This is the factory, I guess. He's like comes out of a box. And as you can tell, like if you look at it, the box is all outlined with black. And that is so that when I render it, it will have a black outline, obviously. But if I didn't put that black line there, it would just render this as a whole flat piece of gray, brown, and there would be no line to separate the two sides because I use cell shading. So cell shading means like there's no actual shadows really. There is shadows, and anyway, it's kind of complicated, my method of doing this, but this is the room, and he flies over here obviously into the door, and I made these stairs and stuff. So, and the windows, you can't see the windows in the animation. The National Guard, your channel's blocked in Aruba? I have my location set to Mexico to watch. Is it blocked in Aruba? Is it all my videos, National Guard, or is it just like the streams or something? That's weird, because I didn't block them in Aruba, so I don't know what's going on with that. Sorry, man. And so Aruba has something against memes. Glitter. Those things on top of Mischief's head, they're kind of like windows into his consciousness, I guess. I don't really know what the soup is a metaphor for. Is you know, sometimes when I make stuff, I just do it because it's gonna like a funny idea, and then it ends up being deeper than my original intention. So I won't really speak on the soup video too much. But as you can see, there's these rectangular windows here, and when I put a light source in with Cinema 4D, it casts a nice orange light on top of these boxes and stuff. So in the final animation, it looks really kind of cool. What else did I do here? Yeah, there's this bridge. You guys recognize this from Interface, probably, the car driving off of it. And then tall building, I think that's the one where Mischief, yeah, he comes up the building. So this is all done in SketchUp, just basic stuff. And you can see it's all outlined in black, because otherwise I would have to. And there's a few other tricks I use to get things to render properly, but it's like, as you can see, there's no outline in black right here. So what I use is edge tracing in After Effects, and then I just set it to threshold basically, so that it makes a black line as a separate pre-comp on top. Chat, do tell if I'm wrong, but I think that's because of a thing called clipping. The depth buffer has fairly low precision, so if two faces have about the same depth, it doesn't know which one to render. Clepparelli, yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. It's like when you play a video game and there's like an area that they didn't do properly, and you can tell that the textures are like glitching. So I just put it like right in front of it. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. Probably not. There's probably a better method, but like I say, I'm not really a 3D modeler, so. Fantan, Adult Swim didn't actually buy Interface. They commissioned those videos. They don't own anything though. So they own those videos that I made for them. They don't own the characters or anything like that. They're just so they can have these videos. So you guys don't have to worry. It's not like Interface is going on Adult Swim or anything. So what else can I do now? There's 100,000 video. You can just delete the surface behind the texture. Yeah, I guess so. I can do that. Yeah, I mean, for my purposes, I don't really often put PNG files on the models very frequently, so doing little hacks like that, I wouldn't consider that a big no-no, I guess, because it doesn't really make any difference in the end. It's basically about getting it to look how you want, and that's it. Let's do another building, I guess. Let's try doing it with a different method. Let's try doing it the way that someone suggested, with doing a PNG and textures and stuff. Because let me close this. The problem is I don't know if the light will cast on it properly if it's a texture. We'll find out, I guess. Just give me a second here. 640 by 480. I'll do the texture at a different resolution. A little bit bigger, 800 by 600. Hold on, guys. There's a lot of super chats coming in. Nightmare Files. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that, dude. And, yeah, I obviously appreciate you guys you doing a review on my channel. I appreciate that. And Little Pip, thank you, man. We'll know you sold out when everyone starts wearing hats with brand names in the animations. Little did you guys know, Campbell Soup paid me $10 million to make that video. I'm actually surprised I didn't get like a cease and desist letter from Campbell's. I wonder if they watch that stuff. Do you think they like sit around in their HR office or whatever, the executive office? They're like, guys, we need to address this. Someone's making a video about our brand. We don't know if it's fair use or not. They drew a picture of you and they like point to the CEO. She's no longer their CEO though, so. The lady in the animation, she was their previous CEO. Hey, the Zero Neonics. Yeah, that's Carolina, who's sneezing in the other room. She's making chili.
Do we have any cumin somewhere?
Cumin?
Uh-huh.
Did I use it all up?
I don't know.
I think it should be in that little glass thing that's on top of the stove.
What's it look like?
You know, like cumin, like.
What color is it?
It's like the little greenish brown things.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, you know, the ones that you crush up with a thing.
Oh.
It smells like Indian food, basically, right?
Everything smells like Indian food here.
Oh. Yeah, that's Carolina, because she's making chili over there. She helps with my animations, so... Cumin is brown when dried. Yeah, that's right. But I think what's... when you get it fresh, it's like kind of greenish, isn't it? I don't know. Okay, let me just find this building here again. There's a okay, hold on. Montreal. It's Montreal. Which building should we do here? This one might be cool. Need like a flat shot of it though. That's not it. Oh, Christ. I wonder if I could do this. If there's like a quick method for me to do that. Let me just try. Joshua, do you have any ideas for any other animation series? Not at the moment, other than the Barry videos. I haven't really made a separate series, and I'm not gonna try to stress myself with that until Interface is on its way, I guess. So, not at the moment, no. And thank you, dude, for the super chat. Yandex is what you use when you get banned from Aruba. I was explaining earlier that Yandex is like way better for image searching than Google is. So that's why I use it. I watched Carolina's painting live stream a while ago. She's so talented. Oh yeah. Hey, thanks, Charlie, man. I appreciate that. And so Carolina's been doing some drawings and stuff. Like she drew the CEO in that Soup Sun video. And if you guys are interested in watching some of her stuff, her Twitch channel is hold on, because she does paintings. She does oil paintings and watercolors, and she streams once in a while, and sometimes you can watch it. She's going to be making the cover art for the album of Interface when it comes out, and she's going to be doing it in oils, I think. So there, I just posted a link. You guys can follow her if you're interested in seeing some of that. Yeah, I don't know when she's going to be doing that, but it'll be sometimes in the future. Someone just did something here. Let's zoom this up here. Someone did a... What was that noise? I heard a noise. Todd Chambers. Hey, man. Jeez, man. That's really generous, and I really appreciate all your support. And thanks again, man. That's nice of you, dude. Okay, so let me just get on here so you're not looking at a blank screen. You know what I should do instead? I'm going to try modeling this building in 3D, because there won't be so many vertices, I don't think. Well, that's what I say. It's going to look... Montreal Stadium. This is going to be difficult to do, I think. Well, I'll give it a try. I'll see how it goes. You guys can kind of just laugh at my failure if it doesn't work. So. Okay, so I guess I should do the circular part first. Hey Richard Zaccaro, I'm planning on keeping Interface going for the next while, at least a couple more years, so until things starting to feel dry, you know, I'm gonna keep it going. I don't want to like run it into the ground or anything, but I feel like it's just started, you know. What do you think of the 1988 The Wall movie? Is that the one about Pink Floyd? I haven't seen it yet, so I don't really know. I can't comment on that, but I want to see it because I heard it's a good movie. friend showed me this show and is scratching the itch of a lot of modern dystopia pictures I never really have. Hey, thanks, Mushroom Man. Mushroom Man. Okay, this is gonna be friggin' hard, man. I'm not even a modeler, so you guys... let's see how this works. I'm gonna just give this a go. If you were to do this, does anyone have like more experience in SketchUp? If you were to approach this, how would you even start? Because like, I have no friggin' idea. Let me just draw the outline of it for now. Let's make a box here. I would probably use an array and a curve modifier to make the stadium in Blender. That would make a lot more sense than what I'm doing, definitely. If I had opened up Blender right now, you guys, it would be very frustrating for you to watch them. Hey man, really love interface. The surreal and dramatic atmosphere is just great. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you, Mr. Krabs. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you very much. Okay, so it kind of curves out a bit. It starts off kind of like, you know, like I also say, it doesn't have to be exactly the same because like it's going to be a 640 by 480 animation when I'm finished with it, right? So let's try something here. If I take this tool, or is it this tool? This one? Did that wrong? Oops. It's also wrong. No? How do I do the arc? Okay, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'll try something else here. Claparelli. Thank you, man. Have you ever read Albert Camus? I love your work. I can't say I have, so let's see here. Absurdist, is he? Hey man, thanks for the recommendation. Maybe I'll check out his Wikipedia article after this. The fade beta. My musical inspirations, just check out in the description down below. You'll find a bunch of links there. I got a playlist of some musical inspirations for sure. Start with the foundation, pull it to sides. Well, I want to do what I want to do is do a wall, I guess, and then like a section of the wall, and then kind of have it rotate in a circle. Just give me a second here. I might be able to, because there's also like a bit above it. Like, is there like a snap button here? No. Might just not have this building in the 3D model. Okay, let's just see here. Okay. Looking at the, oops, what is it? Hey, thanks for the fade better. I'll check it out afterwards. Thanks for the link. Oh. Start auto playing there. I don't know if it's gonna. This is gonna be stupid. Let me just do something ridiculous. Yeah, this is really, this is really pathetic. Rotate it around in a circle. Yeah, I'm gonna try doing something like that and see if I can. Oh, it's missing a whole side there. Damn. How did that happen? Hopefully this doesn't turn into like a swastika or something. Let's... This is so fucking... This is so stupid looking. Okay, let's keep going. Let's just see how bad we can get. Oops. Where? Oh, what happened to my SketchUp? All right, here it is. This is Pixar level 3D modeling. Oh, nice. Not quite rotated enough. Hold down. Oh, if I hold down the Alt button. Hold up. Let's just redo that and get rid of this color box. Whoa. That is not what I wanted. Perfect. All right, there we go. We got my circle building. It's obviously retarded looking, so I'm gonna have to. Probably won't end up. I might just end up either if I really need the building, I might just hire someone, or I might just draw it, because that's not right. It's not right at all. I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to like non-box shaped buildings. Let's just try this. Give this one more go. There's the rotate button here. I feel like I'm being thrown off because let me just group this here. Make group. Okay. Thank you. So close, and yet, for some reason, he doesn't want to make another duplicate. Come on. There we go. Complete the circle. There we go. What the fuck? What happened? I should just submit this. Submit this to Google SketchUp's like this is the Montreal Stadium, everyone. Great job. I think I'm out of luck. Next part. Alright, where's the next part of the building? I gotta get my reference image back up here. There we go. Okay, beautiful. Let's pull up a side image so I can get like. Here we go. This is what I need. Stick that in there. Just, yeah, this is great. Okay. So there's like it kind of curves upwards. Let me just draw it on the ground. For First of all, I need a big box for which I can hack out my shape. Okay. And it swoops up, kind of. Swoops up kind of like that. No, it's more like... It actually goes beyond my little box, so... There we go, whatever. And the part it swoops inwards. Okay. There we go. It's beautiful. Now I can just very easily... Oh, that didn't work. It's the wrong button. Oh, that looks horrible. It's kind of like a triangular shape on the inside that looks like that. And kind of looks like that too. I hope the architect is not watching this that was in here earlier. If you're hiring, man, maybe you can bring me on board. I can do up some 3D models for the clients. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, no. Computer. Spinning ball of death. Don't tell me it's frozen. Todd Chambers, have you ever used the Follow Me tool in SketchUp? It may do what you want it to do. The Follow Me button, I have not heard of that. Here, let me, oh, God. I'll check it out after this computer wakes up. I have a bad feeling about the spinning ball, though. I have, you know, the computer just wanted to be put out of its misery, basically. Oh my God. It was so beautiful. I think I'm gonna have to close the SketchUp. It's not responding. Damn. Maybe SketchUp saved a backup. I doubt it. No, it's only got this. Well, there goes my Montreal Stadium. Yeah. Oh well. What can I say? Okay, so Todd Chambers, you recommended the Follow Me tool in SketchUp. Let me see if I can... Awakened Saxon, that's very kind of you, man. If you're doing that, I will end up using it. Send it to my email, info@hexsystem.com, and I'll credit you, and of course. Someone else was helping me too. They made a 3D model of the blimp, so I can... It was Zadok. I don't know if he's here or not. Let's see, what was it? Follow Me? Oops. Follow Me. What does this do? I don't know how to use it, so let me just... Let me just try something here. shape. I don't know what the tool actually does though. Let me just look it up real quick maybe. Follow me tool. Extruding with follow me. Oh, look at that. Hold on a second here. Chris Rowe. Is it Rowe? I can't see, it's so small. Chris Rowe, thanks man for the pledge. I appreciate that, dude. Click the profile that you created and the surface is extruded automatically along. Pre-select the path as shown in the following figure. Okay, so if I made a drawing, let's see if I made a drawing. Just okay. I got rid of this. Let's see if this will work. Follow me. Oh, maybe I need to extrude it first. Whoa. What's going on there? Hold on. Something seems... You need a 2D shape and a line in the Z-axis. So maybe if I bring this up to the Z-axis. Oops. Ah, jeez, let me just delete this. Try again here. 2D shape. Okay, so this is my 2D shape. Oops. Cut out this section here. Tools, follow me. That was weird. Okay, I think I'm starting to see what's going on. Is this? Start with a 3D object, then use the follow me tool on a 2D drawing attached to the 3D object. Oh, thanks, Todd. Let's try something else here. So this is a 3D object. Oops. And here's my 2D drawing. Oh jeez. Whoa, Christ. I should probably just read the file. Where was it? Okay. With the select tool, select the continuous edges. Oh, I see. It sticks out from the... oh, okay. So if I have a box and a thing going out the side there, let's try something else here. Let's delete all this. Oh, can't seem to even make a box. Alright, there's my box. A really crap box. And now if I have a thing over here. Oops. Still the same issue there. Okay. Now, if I use the ooh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna have to play around with this to get the hang of it. Okay, so it's kind of like the push tool, isn't it? Or it's a little bit different though. Good God, man. Hope I'm not boring you guys to death. Alright. Let's see some of these questions here. Detective Gideon, you want to hear a joke? Yeah, sure, man. I'm gonna have to go get some water. I'm kind of drying up here. I think I might call it quits on SketchUp for now. I got one building there, and usually... oh, that's not the right building. Yeah, and I might even have to redo this because the amount of rendering it's going to take just for this one building. Hey Barry, hey Henrik, want to hear a joke? I'm Mick loving you. I want to make freaking time. Detective Gideon. Umami, check your Discord PMs. I can teach you how to use textures instead of a million vertices. Yeah, dude, I totally understand where you're coming from now, because this is ridiculous. I might end up just, yeah, I'll have to redo this. And thank you, Awakened Saxon. I will check my Discord after this. All right. You know what, guys? I think I might have to call it a day, because, you know what? Let me just get some water. I'll come right back. Give me a break, okay? I'll be right back. I'll get something done here. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, buddy, I had to get hydrated. Oh man, like a cactus. Okay, let's, you know what we should do? We should, let's draw a texture and then put that onto the building. Place Ville Marie texture. Let me just find a Place Ville Marie image here. Okay. What just happened? Monk 1. Thank you, dude. That's really nice of you. I appreciate that so much, man. You guys have been very supportive, and I really appreciate that, man. That's very awesome of you. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do these full time, but now I'm basically doing these every day. appreciate that a lot, man. Okay. Let's see here. Let's just make this a little bit bigger. In case the blimp or whatever gets closer to the building and it needs to be higher resolution. Okay, so that's the building. Now I'm just going to take one part of it. Oops. That's the opposite of what I wanted to do. I just want a reference image here, but I might end up doing a threshold or something to help. Select inverse. I don't know why there's a little dot over there. Okay. Now it's not skew. Perspective. It doesn't have to look correct. It's just using it as a guide. So zoom in here. Still doesn't look quite right. Paste a second version of the building next to it. I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Just give me a second here, guys. Just perspective. Okay. Should turn my rulers on. Looking all right. Okay, now I think it's just a little. There we go. It's quite a tall building. Something like that. That's about right. Okay, there we go. Turn off my rulers. Ariel Xtan, hey man, thank you for that. Thank you for publishing good content for free. Well, I am just happy to make it for you guys. You guys are... It's just stuff I would always wanted to make. That's just a little bit weird out there, I guess. Okay, there's my rectangular texture. Okay, now if I were to, I want to make it look like my drawing, so I'm probably going to trace over this, but I might just do a threshold here to help get the windows mostly. What I should usually do though is a blur, Gaussian blur, or median. Maybe a median at 2. That median kind of ruined it there. the blur was too much. Let's do this again. Blur. 1. I'll touch it up myself afterwards. Okay, inverse. All right. Valorous Fogey. Yeah, thanks, man. Or thank you. All right, guys. All right. Now, if I zoom in here, I will clean this up with my pencil. First of all, let's make the outline of this texture, or inner glow. Okay, there. Hi, Carolina.
What you doing?
I'm just making a 3D model here. But I'm trying a different method than what I usually do, so. Because the previous method I was doing was making too many 3D vertices, or whatever. So if I actually just make textures and apply it to like really basic shapes, it'll be easier, I think.
Hmm. That's true.
It doesn't actually have to look perfectly clean. Like, it's supposed to look kind of rough anyway, because that's just the way the style is. But I just want to clean it up a little bit here.
Oh my god.
What's that?
These stupid comments.
They're not stupid comments, they're lovely comments.
Oh! Oh! Did I offend? Really? I hear Bob's in vagine is this lovely comment.
What's that? Where does it say that?
This one right there. Very lovely.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Okay, there we go. That's my building. Now if I can replace...
Show baby canal. Fucking gross.
Let me just see here. If I zoom in here, my building, I want it to be... I don't want it to be...
Pretending to be interested in his buildings. She is interested for the meat.
All right, So there's the top portion of the building. Oh, what's going on down
Yeah,
here?
there's a real comment right there.
That's kind of cool. What does it say? Umami, you can get a free trial version of Crazy Bump to easily create a normal map so that it will cast shadows. Textures do not cast shadows without a normal map. Okay, for sure. Get a free trial of Crazy Bump to create it. Okay. Waken Saxon, thank you, man. I will keep that in mind when I'm doing the modeling. I mean, in Cinema 4D. Because, yeah, that's the one thing I was concerned about. But, I'm not even sure if I want to have. Well, it looks nicer when you have a light source, and it's casting a hard light on the stuff, you know, and there are shadows, especially on textures. But I'll try the Crazy Bump trial, and maybe I'll pay for it if it ends up working properly. So this kind of looks like a destroyed building. Let me undo that, because that's making it look like it's a raggedy old building when it's not really. Point curation. Hello, you already know who I am. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate the $2 Canadian. Canadian. It's fellow Canadian here.
Oh, really? You found the one and only?
There's some people from Aruba, apparently.
What?
He's saying my channel was blocked in Aruba.
What?
I don't know what's going on.
It's just too risque. With a pink clown that looks like
King
a
of
phallus.
Aruba. Yeah, the King of Aruba watched the Soup Some video, and he was not entertained.
Really?
Alright, let's just try this. For now. This is my texture. Let's just give it a go. It is bothering me how there's like a little bit of... Like, I like how there's some down here. That's cool. But this... So now if I just go trim, I think.
So you got a spammer there.
Yeah, I've used Crazy Bump in the past. It is super helpful and really well. And also, the trial version lets you generate as many maps as you want. Okay, I'll have to give it a go. Hey, cheers from Argentina. Hey, thanks, man. You live in Montreal? I noticed some Montreal landmarks in series. Luke Phonomus. I'm in Montreal right now, yep. But I'm originally from Halifax. Let me just save this. Place Ville Marie texture. Okay, there's my texture. Let me just minimize this rather than closing. Open up SketchUp.
Is that a toilet?
That's not mine. I was just looking at something. Okay. So, if I get a building shape here, let's make it like an actual square. Do it properly. Oops.
Want some coffee, bro?
Okay. I felt like that didn't work. Right. So let me do this again. 60 feet. 60 feet. I don't know why it looks wrong, but whatever.
Draw a rectangle with the rectangle tool.
Oh yeah. Is there a rectangle tool? I don't. Okay.
This is what he does.
Don't you crash on me now. SketchUp. This is a pretty basic shape. Okay. This is going to be called. Give me a sec here. Place Ville-Marie version 2. I'm going to import my texture.
Paste. Oh.
It's okay. Just have to move it down.
People are obsessed with your voice.
Hey, Monkey One, I might do that afterwards, actually. Sometimes I do a music stream now. So, you know what, this might even just look nicer, too, as a building. Because it looks kind of drawn, I guess, sort of, or rough. So the problem I have is that it always, when it's called gluing, it gets glued to the surface. And it doesn't show up in Cinema 4D when I import it, so... Like I was saying before, I just do this, where I make it almost touch. This building will make it black. Probably shouldn't have made the building black because now I can't see it. Just make it orange for now. Will you make a different layer for all sides of the buildings? I don't know if I'll make a layer, but we'll see here. Just give it a second. I'm just gonna bring this guy in here. Okay, so now I can copy this and this, and it's probably a better method to texturing things too, but whatever. This works for now. Do I figure it out better way? Oh shit. No. Okay, so I don't know why the textures are rendering like that, but it's probably just a SketchUp thing. Let me just see if I can... It's like a distance thing, maybe. First of all. You forgot the plane, Umami. Which plane are you talking about? Give me a second here, guys. Okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is, there. Let's bring this building up for a second here. make this building dark gray, and then make the top part of it outline black. So there'll only be a couple extra vertices here. Oops. Oh god, why? Okay. Oh, the chat thing is working now. Okay, there we go. Make group. So, save. So if I copy this whole thing, rotate it, whew. Ojing Penor. Hey, man, yeah, it takes a while for me to get this stuff done. Okay, let's see here. I explode it again so I can join it all back together. I don't know if I should have done that or not. They don't look like they're quite touching. Oh, they are, okay. This should make the whole thing covered up on top, I think. Nope. Whatever. There we go. All right. Now those corner pieces are kind of unfinished, but let's see if I can just go in there real quick and just pull it out. Close enough. Doesn't have to be perfect, just for the video. Probably won't even see this. Alright, so there's my textured version of the same building. And honestly, it does look good. I just hope that, you know, the problem is now that I use the same texture, so it like duplicates, looks like duplicated, but that's just because I brought that on myself, I guess. Might fix that later. Anyway, I don't know why it's not rendering it all properly, but obviously this is a lot better because it's not like lagging my computer. Chris J. Joe just signed up to Patreon. Hey man, I really appreciate that, dude. Okay, so mirror some of the textures to mix it up. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I wonder if there's a quick way to do that. I could just like transform it vertically, I think. Is it that one? Or is it this one? Scale. That kind of mixes it up a little bit. You'd only be seeing this building from like one side, so like, and I don't even think you would see the bottom of it. I think you might see like the top of it because it's going to be up high. Maybe more like this, so that's not so bad. It's cool though. I can quickly replace texture images in Cinema 4D, I think, though, so this might be good enough for now. Save this. Oops. Use shadows and fog to make that shit look nice. Well, I might use lighting, but I may not be using fog because well, I would have to replicate that in a pixelated sort of look. Show It Up Inc. pledged $2. Hey man, thank you Show It Up Inc. if you're here with us. Let me just try something real quick here. I'm going to export this. 3D model. Oh, just give me a second here. I'm going to open up After Effects. SketchUp and open up After Effects. Some kind of particle fog. Yeah, possibly. I'm not sure how I will do this yet. I'm going to be doing a lot of experimentation. I did try some sort of particle fog before. It was tricky to get it to work properly. I have to clear my cache or something. Video Trevor, they don't import intact either. I have to relink them. So that's just the way it goes with this 740. I don't know why. So watch, it's gonna be like there's gonna be no textures. But it's not a big deal because I'll just relink them. Because if I click on my texture down here, it's like, where is it? And it's like, well, you just made the folder. It's here. Oh. It's right here. There we go. So there's my building. And if I take this texture, I gotta do this. Sampling, you have to turn it to none, otherwise it will make the edges blurry and stuff, and I want it to be hard pixels. Zoom in here. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Nice building.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Are you watching the stream?
Yeah, you know. I got a screen over there.
Okay. So that's pretty sweet, actually, you know? And I think I might have to do this method more frequently, is just use more textures, because it's going to be a lot easier on the computer. I might end up making the building like black though, or at least a wall of it. I might have to redo the building because I don't want it to be all black. I just see how there's like a line in between this. I don't like that. Make that portion of the wall black. So that's kind of cool. Let's see, merge. Zadok was nice enough to make a model of a blimp, and I just don't know where it is. I just merged it in, but I don't see it. Oh, it's transparent for some reason. Bad. Is it in the building? Zoom out here. God. Let's just undo that all. Here's my blimp. I don't see it. Oh, it's there. It's just really small. Okay. It's a tiny blimp. Okay, there we go. Let's just scale that up. Come on, little blimp. Let's get you larger than that. Oh my god, it's so small. He's coming. He's getting larger. Okay. Blimp is getting the right size. Let's move him up a bit. Let's move him back. Okay, there we go. So thanks again to Zadig for this. I don't know why it's black, but let's see here. Yeah, I'll just delete that. Just so you guys can see it. So, I don't know what exactly the scene, how it's going to look yet. I'm still figuring things out, but basically, you know, it's going to be some cool 3D stuff. The camera move's going to be something like... starting over here, or starting down here. Ends up over here, something like that. Maybe I'll rotate it a bit. Oops. Oh, crap. So the camera would be like something like that, maybe. Meanwhile, the blimp is also moving. So he'll be back here. Oops. And then this portion will be like that. So I don't know, this is a rough job, but like basically that's the idea. He will not look shiny like that. He's gonna look pixelated and stuff, so I'll have to figure out how to do that, but for now, like I won't have any transparency, will be reflectance off. The light will be, oh, that's cool. Ooh, it's creepy. But yeah, like you guys were saying, I'll have to get that plugin to get the shadows to work with the building as well. What was it called again? I should like scroll up to the chat and find it. Free trial of, well, I'll find it later. Crazy bump. Thank you, Awakened Saxon. Crazy bump. So there's like a rough job, I guess. It won't be that fast. The shot will be nice and slow with some music and stuff. That's about it. That's cool though. I mean, at least this building is looking nice. I'm gonna have to make a bunch more for this particular scene. So that's gonna be a lot of work. But now that I got this figured out with the PNG files, it might actually save me a lot of time rendering and all that. And yeah. Alright, so I've been streaming for about 2 or 3 hours now. I think it's time to call it quits. I really want to thank you guys for stopping in, for those who have contributed to Patreon or Super Chats as well. And if not, just for hanging out. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and watching me struggle with these 3D programs. So Interface episode 12 is going to be coming out in the coming months. I'm going to be working on it until then. There will be some bonus videos to keep you entertained before it comes out, because it's going to take me a while. It's kind of like a cap of the season. So that's it for now. And Ojing Penor, hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate that a lot. All right, guys. I will talk to you soon. So see you later.